back to trauma bonding. Shit asses.
We still don't have our shit together.
New and improved. Still fucking slacking.
It's not new and improved. It's just slightly different.
I was trying to give us some credit here.
Yeah, no, changing the location doesn't make it new or improved. It's the same shit, a different place.
So, story of our lives. Got it.
Yeah. Much like everything else.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. So how's your day been?
Awful. How was yours? Yeah.
You know, we're making it. My eyes twitching a little bit when you asked that question.
I don't know. I think there would just be something cathartic about getting a whole bubble bath going and dropping.
That's like a fucking jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Death.
That's the whole point.
Okay, so that would be going right. Going wrong would be vegetable.
Knowing in me, it would end up.
I would be a fucking vegetable if I tried anything.
It would just pop the circuit. It would pop my breaker.
As soon as you plugged it into the wall.
As soon as it touched the water, it would just shut off all the electricity in my house, so then it would be in the dark.
You would like completely blow your circuit.
That's exactly what would happen.
There would be no toaster math for you.
No, it would just hurt really bad for a couple of seconds, and then all of my power would go out. So
yeah,
that's how my luck is. I can't even die properly.
Take the walk of shame.
Grab the towel with so much anger.
Yeah.
Like, truly, I would be infuriated if I actually tried to kill myself and I failed. Like, how embarrassing.
Vegetable painting with watercolors with my teeth if I tried.
I mean, yeah. I think I would be so ashamed if I failed.
I'm just thinking, like, who would you even tell? Would you just go to work tomorrow? And
like, everything was fine? Like, no, not even take a personal day.
Hey, Amber, how was your night? Fucking sucked.
It was, I'm here. I didn't want to be.
Living the dream. So people say.
That's...
If you're from the South, people say living the dream,
Living the dream. Another day, another dollar.
Ew. Remember when everybody used to fucking post that?
People still do.
Do they?
Oh my god. So I had to get gas. Guess who I held the door open for?
Who? Oh my god.
I know. If I would have realized it was her as she was walking up, I would have closed the door.
You're not welcome here. Not while I'm here. This
like,
is my gas
in
station.
My local gas station?
I haven't seen her in like...
I saw her like 20 minutes ago, dude.
I think she still follows me on Instagram.
Disgusting. The best thing that ever happened for me mentally was her getting divorced. They were married. I think they were actually married, and as soon as they separated, he had moved in with another bitch. So.
Yeah, sounds about right. You know what makes me laugh about social media? I've seen somebody post about this today, and it was really funny. Is the people who are what the fuck? I'm trying to speak, bird.
Is it a bird or was it us moving? I couldn't
it's a
tell what
bird.
it was. Okay, social media.
Whenever people make the videos or like the posts about such and such is such a piece of shit, they cheated on me, they abused me, blah blah blah, back together next week. Yeah.
So it's like high school. It's like Facebook when we were, 16, 17 years old. It's disgusting.
Secondhand embarrassment, honestly.
I don't know why people do that. They do.
Oh yeah,
and they
100%.
They know the person's a piece of shit, but I swear a dude shows up with an apology.
I've got to get rid of those. Hold on.
And all is forgiven. Can you just like turn it off?
No, I can't. It won't turn off.
Rude.
Be diabetic, they said.
It'll be fun, they said. The traffic, though. She do be trafficking.
Traffic. In my Ford.
Oh my god. To feel good about myself, I need to lose 10 pounds.
To go to my ass.
You have nothing there anyway.
It's all hidden. These are high-waisted jeans. I'm dead. I'm gonna add that I'm dead.
I am such a disrespectful friend. I don't know why you put up with me.
I'm like, that's exactly what I do. Yeah.
If
anybody else would have said it, I'd be like, what the fuck? And you were like, that's so fucking rude.
But what? For one, you're like this big around.
It's funny though, because whenever guys comment on my weight, you're like, who the fuck are they? And then you're like...
Look, I'm the only person that has been around through all of your weight changes. That
Literally.
anorexic high school days where we were both in a size 00.
How the fuck? That would not even go over my kneecap.
Literally,
right now.
same. It would be so embarrassing to even try. But we were both in 00 jeans. And then we slowly gained a little bit of weight. We were both like 120. We're in like a normal size. Like we had a whole size 2. We had made it. We were out of the zeros. And then you got pregnant. And you had your baby. But you wasn't here for that. So I guess I haven't been around for all of them. But then Kendall.
I was here shortly after that though.
Yeah.
Damn,
I just
was
missed
gone
the
for like
entire
40
pregnancy.
years. That's fucking crazy.
It's fucking disrespectful.
Never again.
You're strapped in.
Yeah,
I just wanted to...
Take the wheel.
I could have tucked it in, but instead I was like, this is hanging out.
I love this top, but like
It's cute, but you do have too much boob for it to be long
is
enough.
that it?
Yeah. If you had smaller boobs, it would be long enough.
Has anybody ever seen the flavored bubbles?
I need you to look at how smoky it is.
Oh man. I don't know why I spit it out. It tastes like peanut butter. Tastes like Nutter Butters. Dating thing. I know we talk about that a lot, but like, I don't really know. It was saying like this generation, like dating prepares you for divorce. Because you date and you break up, and then you just move on to the next person. And that made so much sense because whenever our great grandparents dated, they didn't date around. They just dated that one person and that was it. How do you feel about it?
I feel like some of my grandparents did not do that. Some of my grandparents were dating 2 or 3 people at the same time, and they picked whichever one they liked the most.
Okay, so like that's where everybody's learning from. I don't really know though, because like I feel like
don't get me wrong, my grandparents next door, they have been together since they were like in high school, like 17 years old. They went to school like all through elementary. Like they knew each other pretty much their entire lives. And dated throughout high school, got married after high school. My grandfather was in the military, so while he was stationed in, like my grandmother was already pregnant. While he was stationed in Japan, she flew over and had her kid over there so he could be there for my dad's birth.
Mm-hmm.
But like they have been together, like they're almost 80 years old, and they've been together since they were in high school.
Can you imagine being, well, at this point in our lives, I don't think we're past that age to be with somebody that long.
Yes.
But like, could you imagine? Because
the people that we dated in high school.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm not saying the person, like, who I got married to was, like, better, but, like, could you imagine being married to who we were dating when we graduated?
I would be living in a trailer park and probably have like juggalo tattoos.
I would be married to an addict.
I mean, probably same, honestly.
Yeah, that hard no. That was
so
just
bad.
God, we rode so hard for those people, like.
That was gross. I look back at some of my exes and I'm like, ugh.
Same. I'm like
why?
What?
Why did I see it? Because even if I look at pictures of us together, I'm like,
I think it's all the shitty things that make them unattractive, but like at the same time, okay, that's what I was gonna say. Like at the same time, it's like, what the fuck?
Like, what was I thinking? Like, not only do you have a shitty personality, but you ugly too.
Like you don't.
You gotta pick one, man.
You don't look that good to be acting the way that you did. Get your shit together.
What's funny is none of those people have their shit together.
No. God, no.
Mm-hmm.
Who reached out to me? There was somebody that reached out to me. He sent me a DM on Instagram. And was like, I miss talking to you. And I'm like, bro, that was like over 10 years ago. You just now miss me?
When did he send that?
Literally like a week ago maybe at this point. I don't know. I haven't opened the DM. It's still sitting there.
That's gross.
And then I posted my tattoo on my story. And so he did a reply back. And he was like, you're covered in tattoos now. That's not a form of, like, it's not going to open the door to a conversation. Like, that's been so many freaking years ago. That's not even 10 years ago. I was, like, in 10th grade.
So, like, I'm going to do math. Like, 15 years ago.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm old as fuck. But I'm like, how are you really going to be like, I miss talking to you. Where have you been? Hi?
Like, a whole decade went by and you just now.
First of all, don't reach out to me anyway, like, at any moment of time if we've ever been a thing and we're not now, because we don't need to be friends. I don't need to talk to you. You don't need to know.
Probably have them all blocked. Good luck reaching out to me. And
And
even the ones that could potentially reach out to me know that they're in the graveyard. So.
right. I don't know why. Like, there's fucking zombies around here trying to always come back, and I'm like, that's not how this works.
My zombies that have tried to come back, I was just so mean to.
Mm-hmm.
They don't speak to me.
I just ignore their existence because, one, it didn't work then, so why the fuck would it work now?
I enjoy being able to move on with my life and not think about these people anymore, and then them reach out, and I'm like, but I was the problem, right?
Uh-huh.
I love that. Like, nothing feeds my ego more than for my exes to want to come back, because after you break up, you're always the problem, right? Like, your exes
All
are
the
always...
shitty things that they say to you during the breakup and during an argument, and then it's like, but I thought...
I miss you. But I thought I was the biggest bitch and I ruined your life, but...
It's always that you ruined my life, and I'm like...
Your life was fucked up when I got here, man.
In what
if
way?
anything, I was just a little exciting for a little while. It was probably the best thing that happened to you in the last decade. At least I'm loyal and I'm honest and I'm nice. Like,
that's the thing is, like, whenever I'm with somebody, I will ride so hard for them.
yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what they fucking do. I'm like, I'm just going through some shit.
Yeah.
No, you're just fucked up in the head and you need help. See a psychiatrist, Dr. Phil. I don't fucking know.
What about me?
That was... I don't get it though, because like, why try to come back? Like, first of all, then you're gonna have to backpedal on every shitty thing that you've said. If I do talk to you, we're gonna talk about the shit that you did.
My favorite thing is just to post screenshots, because I keep everybody's messages, right? Like, I can go back to high school in Facebook Messenger. So I like to send them screenshots of our last conversation when they were trying to tear me apart for everything they hated about me.
Oh, I was just mad.
Yeah. I didn't mean it, but like, you said it though.
That's the thing with me though, like, I don't like the statement that people say things that they don't mean when they're mad. No, I think
That's
you
when the
say
truth
what
comes
you
out.
mean
Yeah.
whenever you're mad, because now you got the balls and you don't give a fuck if you hurt my feelings.
I truly think it's like people blame doing or saying something on being drunk. I feel the same way about that. Like, drunken words are sober thoughts, and words said in
100%.
anger are the truth that
They've
you
been
have
waiting
been.
to say it.
Like, they have thought it for months or even years, and just they don't care anymore. They get to a point where they just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they want to break you down to the smallest little piece of you that they can. And so they're going to throw everything in your face all at the same time.
100%. And
But they don't mean it, though.
I'm
It
like,
was an accident. They were just hangry.
I'm like, but I don't say things that I don't mean.
Right. I probably shouldn't have said it out loud.
I mean, granted, I probably shouldn't have said it, but no, you know what? If I said what I said.
You're right.
Like, it is what it is, because I never say anything
That
that's
you don't mean.
degrading, for one. Like, I'm not gonna just go after your character unless you're just a shit ass person. Then you know what? Like, don't be a shit ass. Do better. But, like, I'm just not, if I'm saying something, it's the truth. Or my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Or how you make me
Your
feel.
perception of the situation.
Exactly. And people are like, oh, well, you're wrong. No, that's my opinion.
I do love going for somebody's character, though. Like, when I have decided I am ready to fully ignite the bridge, right? When I no longer care and you mean nothing. When I finally get to the point, like, okay, I'm good.
Right.
I go for the jugular every single time, so I will absolutely come for your character.
I will 100% tell them about themselves, but, like, if they're doing shitty things and they're a shitty person, so I guess a character comment really doesn't matter. But, like, if we're in an argument, like, I'm not just gonna come after your character just because I'm pissed off at you.
No.
Like, that's dumb. I'm gonna be mad, but I'm gonna say what I'm mad about, and I'm gonna say why I'm mad. You said what you said, you meant what you said. Don't backpedal. Don't say sorry. Don't say sorry about it, because during another argument, you're gonna say the same stupid shit, and then I'm gonna be flabbergasted that it even come out of your mouth. It's just no point. Honestly, once you say some sideways shit to me at this point in my life, you're just done.
I feel like it should have been like that all last year.
It really should have been.
You could hear me pick my ass up off the leather.
I don't know. My thing is starting over. Mm-hmm. I hate starting over. And it's like, which now at this point in my life, I don't care. It's not, the way that I'm going about dating is so different. Like, and somebody told me the other day that I need to lower my standards, and I'm like, for fucking why?
What standards, though? Like, you expect somebody to be consistent?
The bar's literally on the fucking
floor.
You're
not asking for much. It's not a lot. You don't have a lot of standards. You just expect somebody to be consistent.
Somebody was trying to talk to me, and so I went and did a little snooping, and they're, like, duetting all of these females, like, having, like, conversations and all this stuff in the comments with these females, and I called them out on it, and then, so they left me on open on that. I thought that was hilarious. Then come spin back and was like, I would love to take you on a date, and I'm like, yeah, but how many other girls are you telling that?
Right.
And, hold on, we'll go to the conversation right now. I would love to take you out on a date, and how many other girls are you saying that to? No one. I've always thought you were beautiful and wanted to get to know you more. I said, I've seen your TikToks in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
They said my comments or other girls. I said both. Their fucking response to me, I think you're very beautiful. I just want a girl who is very loyal and loving. I said, well, thank you, but that doesn't change the fact that you're trying with multiple girls at the same time.
And said nothing.
Fucking nothing. Not even a, no, I'm not, which you can't fucking lie to me. I've seen it. I synced it.
That's hilarious.
And that's the thing, like, I will not, like, I'm not agreeing or, like, acting like I might be really fucking interested, but you're not going to know that because you're probably fucking shady, for one, and that's probably a fault on my end, but, like, nobody sticks around anyway, so why?
What's the point? So at work, I'm in charge of all the vendors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some of them need signatures for proof of delivery, and some need stamps. Well, one of my drivers just needs a signature, and the other day, I wrote it down. I was like, here's your signature, and he goes, did you put your number on there? And I said, no.
Okay.
I know. Like, and it's the same dude that I've got wrote up twice.
Oh my god.
Like, I have called his boss's boss 2 different times on him.
And he still wants your number. Can we talk about my embarrassing experience yesterday?
We sure can. Mine was recorded. I'm a little upset that we don't Marco anymore. I need that.
We have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna download it back. We have to. Oh my god, I'm such a fucking idiot. I cannot. So, I'm just on the phone. I'm driving, minding my business, and I'm at this red light. And I remember I did the most god-awful fucking tired yawn. And then I felt somebody staring at me. And then I was like, I don't know why, I just knew. I was like, somebody's watching me yawn right now. And so the light turns green, and then my kid is in the back seat. She's like, Mom, I think that guy's waving at you. And I look over, and he's out of his window. I did not know what to do, so I started going. I didn't even roll down my window this whole time, and I probably should have. So I'm so fucking stupid, and I don't even roll down my window. So I start going, and then I stop. Lights green, people behind me, and then I'm like, he's like awkward, not knowing what to do, and then so I start going again, and then I stop again. And then I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Then I just fucking drive off. So, if you're my soulmate,
oops.
I'm fucking dumb. Oh.
It seems like he could have followed you.
I was in the turning lane and he was going straight because I thought the same thing. I was like,
where were you turning to?
Going towards Cookout.
Oh,
and
why didn't he just follow you, man?
I don't know. And because I had that thought, and then I'm like, should I go back to that red light today? Like, is that like something I should do? Cause
every time at the same, or every.
I don't even remember what
every
time
day
it
at the
was.
same time. I bet he does. I bet he drives through that intersection looking for you. It's like the Notebook.
Oh my god, they were toxic as fuck.
They were, but most people are.
So I was thinking about that the other day because everybody was like, I want to love like this. Okay, well they were toxic as fuck.
That's not how you want a relationship to start. Like, no. I don't want it to be rocky from the start. Like, you're gonna go through
screaming and yelling and like
ugh. We're gonna go. We're gonna. Moving on. If we're gonna go through tough times anyway, it doesn't have to be right from the beginning of the relationship. Like, we don't need to be each other's drama, right? Like, at some point, there's gonna be financial troubles or family troubles. You're gonna go through shit together. If your relationship starts out with you yelling and screaming and fighting and arguing the entire beginning of your relationship, like, I don't want it rough from the start and then have to go through all the financial shit and trying to move or whatever's gonna happen down the road, right?
Well, see, they split up for years, so
yeah.
Like, all that financial shit, like they moved past that and got their shit together, and then came back. I don't want that. Don't be a zombie. Don't come back.
I hope y'all can hear that.
That's fucking terrible.
I don't want a relationship to be rough from the start and then have to go through all of the turmoil that's going to happen naturally.
I want a honeymoon phase relationship.
That never ends.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do that because I had never seen one of those.
I never even get into the honeymoon phase. It's like, fuck
you
this shit
get
from the start. But I really do be getting the ick super fast. And it's because, one, I don't fucking know. And it's situational. Like, the shit that comes out of men's mouth, it's just, I'm like, why did you ruin it?
Like, everything was fine, and then you spoke.
Literally. I'm like, the fuck?
Ew. I think a lot of my trouble is that I get overstimulated, and that's when I get the ick. Like, if I'm already overstimulated, if I've had a long day at work, then I'm already, like, touched out. Like, I don't want physical contact. I don't want lovey-dovey. I want mushroom.
Come in and hug me whenever you get off of work and go.
Yeah. And that's a lot of my problem. And I know it is, but I don't know, once I've been in loud noise or in a stressful environment for so long, I just want silence and quiet and to not be touched by anything or anyone.
Yes.
And if you're the person that wants to touch me or talk to me, then I'm like, bleh.
I don't know. It could be going so well, and then they say one thing, and I'm like, you just ruined this entire thing.
Like, why'd you speak?
Why'd you go there? I didn't want that. I hate that. Don't do that.
And it's always sexual comments, too. Like, offhand, out of nowhere sexual comments. Every single time.
It's always the real sexual comments. Because if you're just flirty with me, like, fine. But, like, I've already got the ick just talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it's whenever you're like, You know the comments I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to put it on here and then cut it out to make it halfway fucking appropriate. That one. No, but like, oh, I said that.
I think we're just gonna have to hope this thing doesn't die. We're just gonna have to check periodically. Because
It's
neither
not
one of us
bad.
can take that.
I can for a few. God, it's like my relationships. I can handle some shit for a minute and it just pisses me off.
Facts.
But,
I mean, so long as we can hear it doing that in the background, we know it's working.
right.
I don't know. I can't. I think I really would be better off in the woods by myself in a little cabin
With a fucking bear.
with the bear.
Somebody
Let's go
commented
live in
on
a
my
cabin.
TikTok today and was like, just go choose the bear. And I was like,
I already
Badly.
did. Like, what do you mean? Is that supposed to be an insult?
were you trying to offend me?
It still absolutely astounds me that like there's so many men that don't get it. Like it makes me
It hurts
irrationally
their ego
angry.
that they're not going to be chosen because they want every female to choose them, and not one has chose them yet. So now they're offended that in a life or death situation they would still not be chosen.
In a life or death situation, we're choosing death.
Like,
Honestly, you and your hairdryer, me and my toaster, and you expect us to choose a man?
Fuck. Come on.
Like, we're choosing death in the day-to-day life. Why would we choose a man in the woods? It would, if we got to pick the man, it's a different story.
Exactly. Like, if we got to pick the man, I know what man I'm picking.
Exactly, that one.
And even, I'm not even a fucking relationship, so maybe I would still fucking pick the bear. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if it's any man, you could pick your dad, you could pick one of your brothers. Like, you have options. But if it's a stranger, it's always strangers that do bad things. Like, sometimes it's the people closest to you that do bad things.
True.
But, like, it's strangers that assault women. It's strangers that rape women. It's strangers that keep women locked up in basements. Like, it's...
Men are so surprised about this, but, like, that whole thing that was going around on TikTok about April 24th, where, like, those people were like, oh, this is the day we're going to sexually assault women. Like, and you wonder why?
Like, it's a national day that has been a thing. What, this was the 3rd year that they did that?
Yeah.
And you're still surprised. Like, men go on social media and admit that this is what their plan is. Women refuse to leave their house on this day because they know that's what men are doing.
Mm-hmm.
And yet men out there are still shocked that we're picking the bear because this is the kind of shit that y'all do. It's not y'all collectively as a group, but it's the vast majority of men. You might not be the bad one, but we don't know that.
But even some of the men are getting it. Like,
some of them do, and kudos. Like, thank you for not having your head up your ass.
Like, it's not because we want it to be this way. I would love to say that, no, like, men are good people. Like, I would be able to trust my body with a complete stranger in the middle of the woods, but like I have to.
I closed all my rings.
I never do that. I don't feel comfortable. Like, I was walking out of Walmart today, and some guy yelled out of his car "Happy Mother's Day" to me, and it made me extremely uncomfortable.
It's like there's TikToks of gay men talking about how they compliment women, how if they're walking in the dark and they see a woman and they think her outfit is gorgeous, they intentionally up the gay in their voice so the woman knows they're not a threat.
And they're not walking faster to get away from it. So
and I love that. It's adorable. Like, add a little razzle dazzle to it so women know.
Sparkle.
You know, add a little sparkle. But it's... I don't understand it. I genuinely think there's no way these men don't get it. At least half of them have to get it, but they have already chosen that hill, and so now they have to die there.
They can't backtrack on it. They have to pick that hill and die on it.
I don't understand why you can't just be a bigger person and be like, oh, you know what? I see it from your perspective. Perhaps I was wrong.
Alpha male.
Fucking alpha dom. That's something we need to talk about on one of these podcasts. Have you seen his videos?
No.
Oh my god. Hold on. Pause.
Yes, I'm in my garage.
Let me look at his comments.
Here's the thing. Any woman
He gives me the fucking ick.
He's disgusting. Look at the woman.
He's
who's with
trying to
him.
be
Look at
like
the greasy head.
He's trying to be like that one guy. Who's the one guy that's super huge that kept getting canceled?
I just needed you to experience that. That's all.
Yeah, I could have lived my whole life without that idiot.
I get a lot of people reacting to his TikToks on my TikTok. Like, it's a lot of men telling him exactly why he's wrong about his perception of women. And the fact that he says that he dates 8s or 9s, but he looks like that. He doesn't brush his teeth, dude.
This is the thing. 8 or 9 is all, like, opinion.
Right.
So, therefore, like, he very well may see these people as an 8 or 9, but, like, I guarantee you he's the... First of all, he would be married.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not married either. Hold on. If
Let
he
me
was
figure out how to word this so I don't
that,
sound...
yes, if he really understood the female mind and like how a female works and how a relationship dynamic should go, he would also be in a relationship. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
He gives all of this grand advice to men while not being in a committed relationship. Like, you haven't managed to keep a female, and yet you're giving dating advice.
He's literally saying, it's not even advice, he's saying how the female mind works, but like,
He's
that's
wrong.
not how my mind
Right.
works whatsoever.
Sticking to my couch.
Completely off. 100%. And if you can't understand the fact that I've had fucking trauma and would not want to be left alone in the woods with a strange man,
Don't
I don't
worry,
give a fuck.
he delves into trauma too and how men shouldn't mess with women that have trauma.
Maybe that's why I'm single. Maybe they're listening to him. I don't fucking know.
It's scary
weird.
how many people just eat up everything that he says.
Ew.
And I truly cannot tell if he's being 100% sincere or if he's like trolling. Like if it's a satire account, I can't figure it out.
It's probably a little bit of both. And it probably started out as a joke, and then he actually thinks that he's like doing something here and that he's actually right. And because for whatever reason, some of these females are like,
they eat it up. It's the pick-me girls, dude. It's
I'm
always
like,
the pick-me girls.
first of all, if you're gonna fucking comment, well, I agree with you, but I'm not an 8 or 9. No, now you're fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Get the hook out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Go the fuck home. Like, absolutely the fuck not. Yeah, no. That's terrible. Have you seen the Gypsy Rose stuff? I've seen a little bit here and there, but...
I saw back when her and Ryan separated, I saw that she was hanging out with just a friend, ex-boyfriend. I saw oh my god, the tangent she went on about Ryan wanting to get rid of the dog, which was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Because she got the dog but then left the dog?
Yeah, like you literally abandoned your own dog and you're convinced he's like, you broke up the family. You're the one that left and you abandoned the dog when you did, and you're going to try to compare the dog to children. If the dog was kids, would you have left the kids with him? Like, you literally did the same thing. You abandoned the dog. And you're trying to make him the villain here. If anything, you took advantage of him. And then when you got bored and complacent, you went with somebody more exciting. He was good while you were in jail. He was good after you got out of jail. But now somehow...
I don't even know if it was that she was bored and whatnot. I just think that maybe because if you're just like pen pals, basically, because that's all they really could be. I mean, they got married, but they couldn't have like the visits that married.
Yeah, the
couples.
Conjugal visits.
Yeah, like they couldn't do that. Like it was just phone calls and letters and like visits.
Mm-hmm.
So. I mean,
it's
that's
different
not,
when you actually have to live
whenever
with
you
somebody.
have to actually, like, live out the relationship. Because even, like, her stepmom was talking about that in the documentary, saying, like, she tried to tell her to not get married and wait till she got out because you don't know how, like, 24/7 is going to be with that person. But then also, I think she's like her mom.
I think she's a carbon copy of her mother. I think what she went through was very, very traumatic, but trauma at a young age molds your mind. Like, it's brain damage. And I don't think she can see how she treats Ryan is the same as how her mother treated her.
I think if somebody sat her down, and even then it would be very difficult and she would have to be very open to the situation, but if somebody sat her down and replayed the video footage of interviews with her mother and then played her the video footage of interviews with her and Ryan, maybe somewhat she could be like, huh.
I truly don't think it would do any good, only because I think she needs to go through extensive therapy.
100%, yeah.
And maybe somewhere in the therapy address that.
But, sorry to cut you off, but therapy, I get, like, really, like, annoyed with, like, people who have issues going to therapy because I don't feel like they're completely honest with their issues, and I feel like they're just doing it to save face, to be like, hey, I went to therapy, but to their therapist, they're basically gaslighting the therapist the entire time, looking like they don't have an issue, but they've been the one that's so traumatized, instead of being like, you know what, maybe I do have a problem.
If I went to therapy, I feel like I would trauma dump on my therapist so hard, they would quit. Like, I genuinely don't know if a therapist can handle all of the things that I have been through.
Well, I did that. Not all of the trauma, because some of the trauma is just, it's never going anywhere. It's just staying right here, and it will never be spoken out loud. But I did trauma dump on my therapist, and they were like, so 2 visits a week? I'm like...
Like they let you lay there and talk about your entire life and everything that you've been through, and they're like, oh, money.
She's got problems. I've just been through a fuck ton of bullshit, and I still don't really know how to process it. I'm just like, it happened.
Yeah, that's
like,
the thing.
You just gotta live every day anyway, so what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, usually it's fine. Like, initially it super sucks, you think about it every day, but then it only comes back sometimes.
I don't know, some of my trauma, I'm like, it's like there every day. It's situational, I guess. Not every day.
No, I push things into boxes and I stack them in closets and then I burn the closet.
My brain doesn't work that way. It'll just randomly hit one day.
Sometimes, like, some things still do, but for the most part, I'm really good at compartmentalizing.
Yes.
Compartmentalizing?
I don't think I'm good at that. I think that I have no other choice but to live every single day. And
you shoved all of your trauma under your bed and it started building a mountain under your bed, so it's like floating on all this shit. Yeah. So every time you walk in the room, you trip over a different piece of trauma.
It's like, oh. There's that one today.
I treat my trauma like that episode of SpongeBob when he's trying to learn how to do fine dining to pretend to be a waiter at Squidward's restaurant. And Squidward goes, forget everything but fine dining. And so you go inside SpongeBob's head and, like, there's the little SpongeBobs running around burning things, flushing papers down the toilet. Like, does this have to do with fine dining? Does this have to do with fine dining? And then he forgets how to...
All of it.
He forgets how to exist. That's kind of what my brain does.
It's so shitty though, and I know everybody has like a little bit of trauma, but like I'm convinced that I have like a twin out there that's just living her best life.
Same.
Like, I mean, I have a twin brother, but like an actual twin, like, of me.
Carbon copy.
Yes, and like she's just out there living her best life and just having a grand time, married, has a husband with her kids, and like.
They're rich and have no problems. Oh my god, they do. It's a white picket fence community, and they do weekly cookouts with the neighbors.
Yeah, that's what I'm convinced, and I'm just over here like, maybe it'll happen. I don't know.
It must be nice.
We sound like we really hate life.
I mean, honestly though, I think my list of things to be upset about is longer than my list of things to be grateful for.
I don't even know that I'm upset. I'm just tired. Like, it's just so frustrating to just be so tired.
I was telling my mom about that because we were talking about the government and politics and all of that stuff, and she said that she really needs for millennials to fix it. Like, she needs all of the old people out of office so that millennials could fix it. And I said, millennials don't want to fix it. Millennials are tired.
We're fucking beat, okay?
We're tired. You've got to call Gen Z or Alpha because we Like, we have struggled our entire lives. Like, our families never had money when we were growing up. You never knew which bills were going to get paid, which utility was getting
You
cut
were
off.
never
Like,
gonna
you never
have new
knew.
school clothes.
You were lucky if they came from Goodwill.
Mhm.
Like, a lot of mine were my aunt's hand-me-downs.
God, I was the only girl. Like, my sisters were nowhere around or
Yeah.
anything like that. So, like, it was like consignment shops.
Mhm.
And what would
It's
we
been a
actually
struggle.
be able to do anyway? Because, like, all of these little shitheads out here are not going to listen to us. Like, they're not. They're not even listening to the people right now. They're out here, like, having whole ass fucking come aparts over a country that they're not even helping. Like, if that is so stupid to me, like, if you really want to do something, go fucking help.
Yeah.
Holding a poster board and screaming and shouting at somebody is doing nothing.
My problem with a lot of the protests that we have going on right now is that we are so upset over things happening in other countries, and we're not doing anything to help the American people. Our homeless population is so ridiculously high, it's disrespectful. And how many of them are veterans that fought for our country? And our country is not fighting for them.
It's literally
Breaks
like
my heart.
whenever people come back from the war and people were throwing shit at them and like hurting them because they went off and did what they were supposed to do. Like, that's literally what the fuck would happen.
It's disgusting.
If you, like, holding a fucking poster, screaming at your local government is doing nothing. If you want to do something, go be productive. Go
Go make
help
a
out the
change.
country. Like, go on over there. Like, go help them out. Go buy a building and turn it into a homeless shelter. I don't know, but holding your poster and screaming at somebody, nothing. What are you accomplishing?
I don't understand it, because I understand the phrase "be the change you want to see in the world," but like standing in the middle of the road with your megaphone and your little poster, you're literally accomplishing nothing but hindering the American people. You're hurting the people that live here to get out your message. But I gotta tell you, I gotta be very honest. I do not care about the stuff going on in other countries, because when we look around our own country, everything is so bad.
You gotta start at home.
Yeah.
Before you can.
We've got so
I have
many
hair in
people.
my eye, I don't know where it is.
We have
Okay.
so many people that are homeless. We have so many people that live in like Section 8 and they don't know where their next meal is going to come from. We've got like drug use is
Good
awful
God.
in this country. We've got all of these other problems that we could be solving, but instead we're focused on what's going on in another country. Like, we the people are struggling. We the people can't afford gas and groceries, and we've got parents sending their kids to school
What
without
pisses
breakfast,
me
relying on
off
free
is
lunch.
people who, Harvard students, fucking Harvard, people who have had the way paved for them, silver fucking spoon.
And their
because-
solution is,
because they're on social media and they feel just a little inkling of fucking entitlement. You want to go out here with a poster?
that's
Really?
another thing that annoys me, is people getting online and making videos about what's going on in other countries, because you saying what you have to say about it is still not helping them. Even if you get the message out and everybody in America knows what is going on, what exactly do you expect us to do about it? We can't even rein in our own government, our government that is supposed to be for the people, our government that is supposed to work for us, that is draining all of our money,
Let's
that
be
literally
honest
lost
here.
they lost 25% of the national
Our president
debt.
doesn't even know what day it is. We're lucky that he remembers to wipe his own ass.
You
He
assume
probably
he
doesn't
does
even.
that.
I was gonna say, he probably doesn't even do that.
But like, we have a government that literally lost 25% of the national debt, and you're concerned about what's going on 3,000 miles away. Like, I can't make it make sense. Fix our country.
Yeah, it's literally, and it's the Bible's
gross.
playing out. I'm
It's
just
gross.
saying, like, it's just not. It's not gonna get better.
No, it's not.
Like, this is it. I wholeheartedly believe this is the end times. This is like, it's going like book by book by the Bible, and like,
But see, I've been hearing that since I was 7 years old.
Because it's not an all at once thing. It's an over time thing. You got to think people in the Bible lived till they were like well over 100 years old.
Right.
So like you got to like it's a process. It's not all gonna be like within a
I'm
year.
impatient though. I need
Just
to
let the
wrap
world
it up.
end.
Just wrap it up. Like,
No.
we're tired.
I'm tired, but like, hold on, Jesus. Like, I'm still working on myself. Like, I want to come too. So like, just.
You're fine. I think you're good. I don't want my exes to have time to fix themselves, so if we could wrap it up. I don't want to see them up there. I'm holding grudges, okay? I'm going to Heaven's Gates with grudges. I'm a little salty.
Oh my gosh. I better not get up there and my ex have a girlfriend. I'll be fucking pissed.
Dude, all of my exes with all of their new children from their
I'll be all alone with all my children from them. I'm like, hey, you got that child support?
and this is why we ain't going to heaven.
Jesus is like, Taylor, I tried.
You remember those jokes that you made on your podcast? It sits there and replays it for you so you can watch where everything went wrong.
Oh my god, if we have to sit there and watch everything, I'm gonna be like...
I imagine it's on like a big screen so that everybody
like
can
a movie
watch
theater.
it. It's gonna be a movie theater, and it's only gonna be the people that have made questionable decisions.
Like, Amber, you remember that?
You know they would separate us.
No.
We'd be on opposite
I'll
sides.
be crawling through the people on the floor.
Like, you're in heaven. The kids are fine.
Okay.
They don't need food.
They're the good ones.
Nobody needs a diaper change.
Is that how that works? I don't know.
I assume you don't shit in heaven.
I don't know.
If you're a ghost, like, you don't have your physical body, right?
Yeah.
So, like, what's the point of pooping in the afterlife?
You will have tummy issues.
Dude, I'm gonna go to hell and
They're
they're gonna have me chained to a toilet.
Spoon feeding you ice cream.
At least I'll get to eat it.
Your tummy pains though. Oh my god, that sounds terrible.
I don't know if it could really be much worse than what I go through some days.
Hell,
Like,
pretty bad.
dude, my stomach today, like, it was so bad I had to stop what I was doing and, like, are we good or are we gonna shit ourselves? Hold on.
Do
Hold
I
on.
have time to walk to the
I was just like, I didn't even have to go. It was just a really sharp pain in my guts, and I was so grateful nobody was talking to me in the moment because I could not make it. I had to stand there like,
God, I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life if any of these, like, and if my soulmate watches this. Sorry.
we have told the entire world about my tummy issues and my affection for a toilet. I think you're fine.
No, I'm fucked. When I see it, I immediately think of you.
One in every 5 adults shits themselves, and you're like, I know which one it is. I can pick her out of a lineup. You have my food. You were slowing down.
If we were standing in a room, oh god, I hope they don't try to sit at this door because I'm gonna hide. Does anybody else hide when the delivery people bring your food? Because I'm not going to that fucking door.
And you have to leave it in. If they're gonna walk up the steps, dude. They're gonna see us laying on the floor. They're gonna think we're a couple of corpses.
That's something I want to say, but then that fucking
When the
took me out.
delivery driver gets here, we absolutely have to do that in sync. No pressure or anything. Like, move your purse. Get ready.
That's my purse.
Don't touch my purse.
I'll randomly see my purse in my room.
That's my purse.
That's what I say when I see it. Or Kalani was trying to get it. I was like, that's my purse.
Bobby Hill.
Oh my god. Do you know how many exes I've, like, compared to people on King of the Hill?
Dude, King of the Hill is the GOAT of animated TV shows.
But, like, I can, like, my exes, I can put them with, like, a lot of the characters on there.
How many of them are Bobby?
2.
He's Chris Griffin all day.
Um,
Hold on, I think about this.
What's that one's name? I cannot ever remember his name on there. Hold on, let me.
The Indian guy?
Yes.
John Corn?
Yes. We know who that is.
I have a John Corn too. 100%. What's his name? Hank.
Yeah, for sure.
I've got to work my way backwards. Hold on. Be John Corn.
Oh, that's funny. I forget about him. I forget that he ever existed.
Yeah. Let's see. Who else do we have?
The only memory that I have of him is whenever we were driving home from the movies.
Mm-hmm.
But then we dropped him off.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were driving back to your dad's. And I was like, I can't tell if the car's swerving or if I'm swerving.
And it was definitively you.
Probably.
The car was fine. I don't trust any of the vehicles.
I don't either. Should we play the Would You Rather?
Yes!
We'll do that. Okay. So I'm just going to do a little scroll. Would you rather be able to teleport anywhere or be able to read minds?
Teleport.
Read minds. I would want to read minds.
I feel like I could have prevented a whole lot of bad things in my life if I could just...
I get that, but I want to know, because, like, people are liars.
Yes, but I genuinely don't care what anybody thinks of me, so...
Yeah.
That and, like, I get overstimulated, so...
Being in a room like that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
But would you rather erase your own memories or erase his...
What? What?
Would you rather erase your own memories or erase someone else's memories of you?
My own.
Yep.
I would like to forget a lot of people.
I would like to forget a lot of shit.
Yeah, same. Would you rather only be able to wash your hair twice a year or only be able to check your phone once a day?
Check my phone once a day. I cannot only wash my hair twice a year.
That made my head itch.
Dude, my hair gets so greasy so fast, I cannot. Would you rather lose the ability to lie or believe everything you're told?
Okay. I don't lie.
I was gonna say, I'd rather lose
So,
the ability
yeah.
to lie. But, like, that sucks because, you know, sometimes you tell, like, little white lies. Like, little things that don't matter.
It's
when
like
you
that
tell your
Liar,
kids
Liar
that
movie.
McDonald's isn't open, shit like that.
Oh shit, when I spoiled the Santa Claus thing.
Oh, yep. No Tooth Fairy. No Santa
It's
Claus.
like whenever he's like, the pen is blue.
I would definitely rather lose the ability because I don't believe shit anybody tells me anyway, and I would like to continue not believing shit.
Yes. Would you rather be able to talk your way out of any situation or punch your way out of any situation?
Punch.
Same.
I'm a big fan of physical violence. It's like when the computer doesn't work and you smack it, or like when the old television sets didn't work and you smacked them.
So like any situation, like somebody pisses you off.
pow! Yeah.
Kiss her.
You know what? There ain't a situation no more. Would you rather accidentally like an old photo of your ex on Instagram or accidentally send a sext to your mom?
Sex to my mom.
100%.
I'll explain it to her later.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be like, oops, wrong person. And but you know the fun thing about my mother is that she has an Android, so chances are I can just turn off my signal and she'll never get it anyway.
It has to actually go through.
Exact. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, if it actually has to go through, then still my mother.
Would you rather be gassy on a first date or on your wedding night?
I'm gonna be gassy on both. I'm lactose intolerant. Can you even hear me? I forgot how. Would you rather sing your favorite song in front of a sold-out arena crowd or in front of the original artist alone? Original artist. I can't
Original? I can't either. I don't know. Do I get paid for the people? Like, is there some auto-tune?
We have no context, so we have to assume you're still gonna be a broke bitch at the end of it.
Oh, fuck. Artists.
Uh-huh.
At least I get to meet them.
Yeah.
Would you rather have skin that changes color based on your emotions or tattoos that spontaneously appear all over your body depicting what you did yesterday? So if I
Skin that changes color.
No. What if you're doing laundry and an underwear tattoo pops up?
I would end up with like hanky-panky tattoos somewhere.
I don't do that.
Because it would have to be the embarrassing stuff. Like, it's not going to be the normal stuff.
Do they go away? Or is it just like,
Permanent.
yeah.
No idea. Either way, that's not the one I'm choosing.
God, I changed diapers. I have diapers tattooed all over me.
When
all
she
the
shit
time.
all the way up her back, you're just going to have a shit tattoo.
Shit ass. Hey, it goes well with it.
Would you rather wake up in a naked forest 5 miles from home, or... Let me try this again. Would you rather wake up in a naked forest?
So it's not a forest, it's a field?
It's awfully naked outside. Would you rather wake up naked in a forest 5 miles from home, or in your underwear at work?
Naked in a forest.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that with the bear? Like, what are we doing?
Probably. Would you rather walk in on your parents having sex, or have them walk in on you? That would be a little awkward. Both our dads are dead. That's called necrophilia. We don't encourage that.
Oh, God.
It would be even more awkward if my dad walked in. Oh, look at you! You're standing. You're vertical.
Well, we can't answer it now.
We can't have a single podcast that doesn't have a dead dad joke.
Does the last one have the one?
Yeah. I think they all do.
Would you rather buy all used underwear or all used toothbrush?
Underwear. I will bleach the fuck out of them bitches. I ain't putting somebody else's mouth germs in my mouth though.
I don't know which one's nastier, their ass or their mouth.
Bleach, dude. Bleach.
That was funny.
Would you rather dance every time you hear music, or sing along every time you hear a song?
Okay, what?
Would you rather dance every time you hear music, or sing along every time you hear a song?
I do that anyway to both
Yeah.
of them.
I sing every time I hear a song, so.
Would you rather get a face tattoo of your choosing, or a tattoo in a discrete area chosen by someone else's fucking face tattoo?
Yep.
Unless we got to pick who chose it, and then I would let you choose one.
Would you rather look at your mom's internet search history or your dad's?
Well, my dad doesn't have one. He was... God, the internet was just really existing whenever he died.
My mom's, she Googles the same kind of crazy stuff that I do. So, like, ours is going to be a lot of things that
The catalog. Yeah, I think my mom doesn't really Google anything, so I think I would go for hers. Would you rather win $50,000 or let your best friend win $500,000?
Let you win $500,000.
I'll split it.
Yeah. Would you rather spend a year entirely alone, or a year without a home? Alone. Would you rather have to work the most miserable job imaginable for 1 year, or die 1 year earlier? I'm choosing death, dude. You're only taking away 1 year.
And I don't know when that's going to be.
Exactly. But a miserable job for a year, you might as well be dead.
So, let's be honest, we're all miserable at jobs anyway. Even if you chose it, you still don't like it.
Yeah. Would you rather give up your favorite food forever, or give up sex?
I'll give up sex, because I'm not in a relationship. I haven't had it.
I'll give up my favorite food.
Would you rather have out-of-control body hair or a strong, pungent body odor? Out-of-control body hair, for sure. You can shave that shit.
A strong, pungent body odor?
Would you rather lose your long-term memory or your short-term memory?
I already don't have short-term memory. That's already gone.
I think I would pick short-term.
I think my short-term memory is
Because that
already so
means-
bad.
Well, people would have to stick around long enough for you to remember them, like the 51st dates.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You really got to make an impression there.
Because he had to, like, try to win her over
Yeah.
every single day.
Yeah. That's rough.
I don't even know if I could do that, to be honest.
I don't think I could either.
I don't know that anybody could. You would have to really like be in love with that person at first sight, and I don't believe in love at first sight. I don't know. What do you think about it?
I would rather lose my short-term memory. I think because on a day-to-day basis, I already forget so much that happens, and it like if my boss asks me to do something and I walk away, I have to go back and be like, what? I remember there was a thing I was supposed to do. I do not remember what that thing was.
I think my memory is like a trauma response at this point. Like
Mine
there's
is
certain
too.
things like I don't remember. But
The
I
things I
have a lot
do
of,
remember are bad though.
I have a lot of PTSD.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until recently. Like I think like just taking time to be by myself a lot of the time, I'm really figuring out what exactly my traumas are and my trauma responses, and like with anything day-to-day life. Like
I've never sat down and thought about it.
I don't think about it. It's just being put in similar situations of like that trauma happened in. Like I seen a wreck the other day, and it was like a mile down the road, and I had to immediately turn around. I couldn't go near it because I was scared of what I was gonna see.
Yeah.
And then there was a trash bag laying on the side of the road, and I seen what I saw that night instead of seeing the trash bag.
Yeah.
It's crazy how that works.
I don't have anything with that. I think the worst one for me is water.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised
Yeah.
when you said where you were going. I was like,
Yeah, I don't know how
I'm worried about that.
I told him I didn't know if I would be able to go to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I'm able to go to the beach, I know I won't be able to get in the water.
I don't want you to.
Yeah, fair.
I don't know that I can go to a beach.
Yeah, that was...
So, I'm gonna
He did tell me that if it becomes too much, he will bring me home. Like, it will be fine. He does not mind. He understands, so...
Yeah. I will be, like, blowing your phone up if you don't respond to me. I will drive to you. It's crazy how trauma works and how the brain works around it, though, because it's like...
It's funny that you said that, though, because I was just sitting here thinking, like, it's crazy how it's, like, it's my trauma, but it's also your trauma. Like, you had to be there for me through all of that, and you knew both of them.
I think
It's
the roughest
crazy.
thing for me is because, like, whenever I had nobody, you guys are all I had.
Yeah.
And so, like, to think about it in that way, like, that's where it comes from or whatever. But, like, I think it mostly comes from, like, are you okay?
No.
Like, I worry, well, yeah. But, like, not that, like, you're not okay, but, like, making sure that, like, you know that you're good even when you're not okay.
Yeah.
It's basically, like, I want you to know, like, you're not okay, but, like, I've got you. And so that's where, like, that comes from. And then, like, my shit is your shit, because I call you, and I'm, like, hyperventilating, and I'm like, oh my god, I just seen a dead body. What do I do?
And
I don't
every
know what to do.
time it's late at night, and I'm like, what happened?
Do I answer?
And dude, because it always happens on a night where I have to go in early the next morning, every single time, and it's always right when I'm getting ready to lay down, or when I've already put my phone down for the night, and then your name pops up, and literally the only word in my mind is,
I never call you at night.
no, so I know some shit is fucked up somewhere.
Especially whenever I know
always,
you're working.
It's always worse
Each
than
time.
whatever I can think.
Mhm.
Like, I never know what it's going to be, but it's always worse than what you could expect.
That one night, I don't even remember picking up the phone and calling you. I just remember speaking to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to
See,
do.
with you and that late at night, it could be anything from Alabama reached out
Mm-hmm.
and he said some fucked up shit, or like it could be some low shit.
Usually
but, like,
that's
it's
some
never that
screenshots, though.
mild. I mean, sometimes you do call. It depends on
Yes.
like how bad it is.
God, remember the 5 o'clock in the morning phone calls where I'm like, I think I'm being lied to.
Yeah.
No, I know I'm being lied to.
So it could be something as mild as that, but like shit has not been mild in a long time. Like it's always spicy shit. Like we don't have normal late at night phone calls.
This is the thing, is it's not even like, it's crazy because we don't even have the bullshit, like, oh my god, guess who did this, or guess who called. It's like,
this
holy
shit happened.
fuck, what do I do? And actually I can't even do anything, but like, what do I do? Help me. What I don't even know.
Because there's no
and I'm
help
sitting there,
it's like
hyperventilating, and I'm like, nobody's doing anything. I do remember saying, what the fuck are these people laughing about?
Yeah.
I do remember that, but like I don't remember anything.
That was my whole thing. I went through that at the beach when the EMTs were standing around laughing, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
I understand being desensitized, but around the people that are going through the trauma, like, let's kind of reel it in. Remember where the fuck we're at.
Maybe
like,
not reminisce while you're at a crime scene.
Can you do that at the golf course on Sunday after church?
Literally.
Or like dinner at each other's houses on Friday night? It's a small town. I know you get together.
I think a lot of it has to do, like, they do become desensitized, but I also think they become dehumanized.
They do.
Like, they don't correlate their actions and their behavior to how that can affect the people around them.
I think it's gross, and then people are like, well, they're a lot more fucked up than you think. Okay, I'm not expecting them to be bawling their eyes out, but I'm also expecting them to be a little sensitive.
Like,
the
have
situation,
a little bit
I'll
of
go off.
decency.
I will go off on somebody in a fucking hot minute in that kind of situation. I seen a TikTok the other day. Somebody was driving past a wreck and literally made a TikTok of the wreck, and I'm like, you're fucking disgusting.
Like, you don't know what happened. Somebody could have lost their life, and here you are posting it on the internet for likes.
Like,
it's gross. That's the problem with technology, is that we have become so desensitized to other people's thoughts, feelings. Like, all people care about nowadays are how many likes and comments they can get. And it's gross. Like, stop. Like, these are people's lives that you're messing with, that you're posting on the internet, and you're not.
Like, somebody's life is now forever changed. It's never going to be the same. It's like.
But you've got a video on your phone with zero context whatsoever.
And for what?
And you posted it? Do you feel good about that choice?
Or it's always like the what happened at this, but none of your fucking business. If it was your business, you'd know.
Yep, you would have got the same phone call somebody else's family just got.
Mind the business that pays you. If it doesn't pay you, move on. That's just, I don't understand it. I think it's gross. And I understand, like, hearing a siren go by and be like, I wonder what happened. But, like, that's not even my thought. Like, whenever I see an ambulance or a fire truck or something, I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope they're okay. That's literally my first thought.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you just never know, and that's somebody's family.
Yeah.
And I know how scary it was for that phone call. And, like, it's just not, I don't know. Maybe I've just been through too much shit, so I know what it feels like to be on the receiving end. And other people don't, or they just don't care.
They genuinely just don't care. Because at this point, like, I think we're old enough. Most everybody has some sort of trauma in their life. And it's people our age that are doing it. Like, 25 to 35 years old. It's people our age that do shit like that.
Yeah. At
that age, you have been through some shit.
You
have
got
lost
a terrible
people
phone
close
call
to
saying
you.
somebody got into a wreck. Like, and that's what shitty is. They've got that phone call. They've been in that situation, but they still, because it's not them, they just want to know what's going on. I don't want to know. If it has nothing to do with me, I don't want to know.
See, I'm nosy, but to an extent. Like, I like other people's drama.
Not trauma.
I love other people's drama. Like, spill the tea so long as it doesn't involve me.
Yes.
But, like,
Drama, not trauma.
Yeah, drama, not trauma.
That's
Drama llama, not trauma llama. Come on.
no. I don't like that llama.
I know.
That one lives with me now.
I kind of
Just
need a
stays.
trauma llama cup to go with my drama llama.
Me too.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, can we
I
do
bet that's
matching
a thing.
llama tattoos?
Can we please?
I love llamas. I would totally do it. I think we're gonna call it on this.
Till next time.
Thanks for watching.
Shitty asses.
Bye.